Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, 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 everybody. I hope and pray that your week is off to an amazing start. I know for me, as always, my week is off to a busy start. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure that you put it in the chat where you're joining me from. I would absolutely love to give you a shout out. Again, I hope and pray that you had an amazing weekend and that your week is off to an amazing start. As for mine, it's off to a busy start. Because as I told you guys, that for you guys who follow me on my social media, when I did my evening tea with my girlfriends, tomorrow I'm going to be having a minor surgery on my hip again. This little left hip is wearing me out, but it's supposed to be in and out. So you guys just be in prayer that everything goes well with me and my hip. Again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure that you're putting in the chat where you're joining me from. I would love to give you a shout out. So you guys just be lifting me up in prayer. My surgery will be at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for you early risers, just, shout out a prayer that all goes well and that I will be back home no later than 4 or 5 tomorrow afternoon and be chilling out. So I could get ready, for the holiday, 4th of July. But anyway, let me just tell you, this chat is kind of near and dear to me because it actually comes from a husband, right? That I had the pleasure of coaching him and his wife last year, around October and November time frame. He's from Jamaica. He's 32 years old. They have one child, and he wrote me a letter about a month ago. And as you guys know, whenever you guys send me something for wife chat, I put it on a spreadsheet and I just pull from when I'm going to, answer your chat. And then I will also tell the person that I'm going to be going over their chat. And basically, this is his letter, his email to me. Hey, Dr. Gail, I just want to tell you thank you so much for supporting me and my wife as I went through my porn addiction. I was wondering, can you do me a huge favor? Now that me and my wife have went through recovery with after working with you, I wanted to share with men about what porn does to his wife and how it makes her feel. I put a couple of points in this email for you to be able to share on one of your chats or one of your lives. I'm just a regular guy who made a mistake that got addicted to porn, but I wanted other men to know that you can get past your porn addiction, but you have to reach out. You have to be open and honest. And I just want to say thank you so much for helping me and my wife during this hard time. Also, I've given you 5 points that I would like for you to share with men around the world because I don't have the opportunity to talk to people from around the world like you do about how porn hurt my wife. I would appreciate it if you could do this on one of your lives. And again, thank you very much. And again, this is from a young man that's over in Jamaica, 32 years old with one child. And I had the pleasure of working with him and his wife. And I am so blessed to hear that he is still in a good space when it comes to his porn addiction. And so, again, he wanted me to share these 5 tips on how porn hurt his wife. And so, again, you guys, do me a favor, put in the chat where you're joining me from. I would absolutely love to give you a shout out. Okay. And so these are the 5 ways that porn hurt his wife, right? And he wanted me to share these tips with you guys. And my prayer is that these tips bless you. And his number one tip is it made his wife feel like I was sexually involved with someone else. Okay. That is his number one thing that his wife shared with him, that it made her feel like he was sexually involved with someone else. Okay. And this is from a real man that decided that he wanted his marriage, and that porn had affected his marriage and how it affected his wife. Okay. Number two, he said it made her feel that I was emotionally connected and in love with someone else, or the woman that he was watching in those porn videos. Wow, that's huge. It made her feel that I was emotionally connected, right? And being emotionally connected to someone is one of the strongest love that you can have for someone, right? And as a woman, and even as a husband, if you don't feel emotionally connected to your spouse, that is a hard space to be. Hi Jocelyn, thank you so much for joining me from Canada. I appreciate you, I really do. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you so much, right? And so again, this comes from a husband, and again from Jamaica, that I helped him and his wife get past his porn addiction. And like I said, I work with them around the October November frame, and he actually sent me this email about a month or 2 months ago. And like I said, I'm just getting to his question. Okay, so the first thing is it made her, feel like he was sexually involved with someone else. The second thing, that he was emotionally connected to this woman that he was watching on TV. I mean, or on his cell phone. However, he was engaging with this other person, and emotionally connected. That is hard. And these things actually came from how this made his wife feel. And wow, that it just, when he said emotionally connected, because actually I hadn't read this until I printed it out, fully. That is huge, to be connected to someone else through a television, right? Number three, it made her feel that she couldn't measure up sexually to the lady that I was watching on porn, right? It made her feel like she could not do enough sexually to satisfy him, right? And we understand that that is the trick of pornography. And for you guys who follow me on my YouTube channel, or have ever heard me teach or speak, you guys know that I flew out to California, had a conversation with a porn star, a stripper, and a prostitute, because I wanted to understand what was going on with these particular women, that you husbands was so attracted to them, right? And I realized that I got my wrong tagline up there from my friends for my evening tea. I just realized that as I'm watching this, but okay, it doesn't matter. But again, it made her feel that way. And so whenever you guys are engaging in pornography, just know that it's just because it's just you doing it. Remember, it has ramifications in other parts of your life, with being your wife, being your marriage, being that some people get so addicted that they can't even work their jobs without checking it, or something like that. Some people get financially in big debt on these different sites, because they keep charging their credit cards and stuff like that. So just be aware that porn is a spirit, is not real, and that your wife is a treasure, and she was never created to be what you're watching on TV, because it's not real. Let me just tell you, pornography is not real. Nobody, I don't care, the best of the best, no man can stay erect that long, and no woman can stand the pounding that they take on those films. And trust and believe me, I talk and I got it from the horse's mouth, and she's one of those big porn stars. It wasn't one that just was starting out. She had been in it for a long time. Okay. And the fourth thing is that it makes her feel that she was not able to please me sexually, right? And the thing is that every wife, we're not perfect, but every wife wants to know that when we engage in sex with you, that we satisfy you sexually. We want to be our best, just like you want to please us sexually. We want to please you sexually. And if you are trying to make your wife be, do, or accomplish something that you have witnessed in one of those films, it's not fair to her. It lowers her self-esteem and all of these different kind of things. So just be aware of that. And again, this is from a husband that I was able to work with. Okay. And then the fifth thing he wanted me to say is that it makes her not be able to trust you. Anytime she's seen me on my device, she always wanted to come over and look to see what I was doing, right? Because there's a level of trust and a breach of trust that has been compromised, right? And so again, you guys, when you're addicted to porn, my suggestion is that you reach out, you understand that you do have a problem, reach out and get yourself some help, because there is help out there for you. And let me tell you, you don't have to suffer in silence. Don't try to kick it by yourself, because most men and most women who are addicted to pornography can't do it by themselves, because you need to be held accountable, right? And I've given him some tools and some strategies and some technology that will notify his wife and also notify me, because he wanted me to hold him accountable, right? That if he went on any of his devices and he engaged, I would get an email, his wife would get an alert, and just to hold him accountable. And so my prayer is that this husband being open and honest about how porn hurt his wife gets you to thinking, right? And it gets you to be open and honest with yourself. If you're struggling, it is an addiction just like any other addiction, drug addiction or whatever, and you don't have to suffer alone. This is a no judgment zone. It's just that I want to help you, and I appreciate this husband coming on, giving a side on how he truly hurt his wife when he was engaging in porn. Okay. Again, you guys, I'm going in for just a small procedure tomorrow. I will be home, but again, please, 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 pray for me and my family. You know, Gail's going to be taking me and bringing me back home. But again, I'm gonna be chilling out. I should be real good, you know, later than Friday. But again, I appreciate you guys so much for all your support. Jocelyn, again, thank you so much for getting on here and joining me from Canada. There's so many people on here, but I guess they all are scared to say where you're from or whatever. Again, I am casting in the DMV area for my television show. So if you're in Virginia, if you're in Maryland, or if you're in the District of Columbia and you want to be a part of my reality TV show, please reach out to me and I will get you the information that you need to be a part of my Dr. Gail on Love, Sex, and Marriage television show. We will start casting. We're casting now, but we will start shooting in late August, early September. Okay. And again, I am Shirley Braxton, thank you so much for joining me from Virginia. Latanya Brooks, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys for watching me on my YouTube channel. Again, if you guys have any questions or anything that you want me to answer here on Wife Chat, please, please, please send me an email, contact me through any of my social media platforms. You can remain anonymous when I do answer your question. I put you on the list, and once I'm ready to answer your question, I absolutely will give you a call or reach out to you the same medium that you sent me your question and let you know that I will be answering it that day. Latanya from Clinton, Maryland. Oh, okay. All right. I appreciate you. You want to be a part of my TV show? No, I'm just playing. But again, I love you guys to pieces. And again, make sure if you don't be suffering by yourself, if you need me, you guys know how to contact me. That's 100% for sure. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your week. And again, I will see you guys later, alligators.